The refuge encompasses 4 states, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Illinois, and 261 total river miles. It's a big refuge, really important in terms of waterfowl migration and also bald eagle.
During our vegetation management planning last year, the vegetation planners found a couple of eagles underneath the line, a midspan, around about the center of Beaver Island. We immediately reported it to Fish and Wildlife, as we always do.
Part of the reason why we focus our efforts in terms of hazards on the river is because of that's such a large eagle population.
They typically interact with the shield wire, which is less visible than the larger transmission conductors. We talked with Fish and Wildlife, we talked with other utilities and looked at some of the efforts they've made and came up with this plan, working with Drew at Fish and Wildlife to put on some bird diverters.
You can look up and down the river or kind of important bird areas and you'll see diverters. We know it does reduce mortality somewhere in the rate between 50 and 90%, so I think it's certainly a worthwhile venture.
We also ended up having to get a FAA permit because of the height of the structures, and ended up putting marker balls along with the bird diverters on the line.
It's hard for us to predict if it's going to be 100% success or 50% success. All we can do is implement the most recent, most up-to-date kind of avoidance measures, and right now it's the only tool we have is putting on these diverters to reduce mortality. We've made an effort, and I call it a success now.
It's important to work cooperatively with the federal and state and local agencies.
This is a good example of a place where we jointly kind of decided we had a problem, and through a couple of years of coordination got this solution with these diverters that we hope really reduces future collisions. Working with ITC on this particular issue, I found to be a fruitful relationship. Situations like this, it's all about building partnerships and a certain level of trust between kind of a regulatory arm of an agency and a private company. And I think this is a good example of how we cooperatively went about solving a problem.